On November 5th, 1996, the California voters decided to make California a medical marijuana state. Since the legalization back in 1996, other states have been watching and even some following in the footsteps of California. Today I'm going to be talking about the states that have legalized marijuana, the diseases that doctors are prescribing the use of medical marijuana, and the tax revenue that comes from it. Since 1996, when California became the first state to legalize medical marijuana, there have been a total of 29 states that have made medical marijuana legal, and a total of 9 states that have made recreational use of marijuana legal. The states that have become a medical marijuana state include the following: Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Alaska, Arizona, Hawaii, New Mexico, Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Illinois, Arkansas, Florida, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. The total of medical and recreational marijuana states is a lot less than the medical marijuana states. And these states include Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Alaska, Colorado, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. The difference between these two forms of use is medical marijuana is prescribed to you by your doctor for your disease or illness, and recreational use of marijuana is anybody over the age of 21 with a valid ID can use marijuana in the privacy of their own home. Now we're going to be talking about the diseases that medical marijuana is being prescribed for. And these diseases include AIDS and HIV, Alzheimer's, arthritis, asthma, cancer, chronic pain, Crohn's disease, epilepsy, glaucoma, and multiple sclerosis, or MS for short. The way that patients are getting their prescriptions for the use of medical marijuana are either a medical recommendation from their doctor or going to see a green doctor, which is a doctor that is approved to prescribe marijuana. The use of medical marijuana has also started to bring in a huge tax revenue. For example, we're going to use Colorado for an example. The tax rate for marijuana is 27%. Ever since 2014 to the March of 2018, the tax revenue has been increasing each year. To close out this topic today, I'm going to be playing a video from the Washington Post that goes into a little bit more detail about the taxation of marijuana in Colorado and Washington.
If you look at the projected tax revenues in Washington State and Colorado and also nationally, Colorado 67 million, Washington 560 million, a hypothetical look more nationally $5.8 billion. What do you make of that, Dan?
Well, you know, I think the taxation revenue is the icing on the cake. I mean, for most Americans, the reason that they want to tax and regulate marijuana, again, is to no longer arrest and prosecute adults for using something that's safer than alcohol. My background is as a prosecuting attorney, and I just felt like it was a waste of my time and my taxpayer dollars arresting people for something that's really just not a threat to public safety. So if we can, you know, take revenue away from drug cartels and reallocate law enforcement resources and do all of those things, that makes sense. And if we can maybe collect some tax revenue on top of that, then that's icing on the cake.